Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Notre Dame Day. I'm Justine Ward. We've had some incredible stories on this Notre Dame Day, but our next guest is just an astonishing person. Matt King is legally blind, but based on his accomplishments, that seems like a small obstacle. Matt is currently an engineer for Facebook, a former Paralympic athlete, and he's making incredible strides to improve accessibility for the blind community. We are so excited to speak with him on the Notre Dame Day hotline. Matt, thanks so much for joining with us.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I'm very happy to be a part of it.
And Matt, I know something you're working on is the problem of accessibility for the blind community, particularly as it relates to your work with Facebook. So how have you approached that?
Well, I think it's important for people to realize, when technology works for people with disabilities, it's incredibly liberating. It opens doors, but when it doesn't, education, employment, social, and civic engagement are all, you can have roadblocks in all these areas. And so, one of our approaches here, or my approach just in my life, is to focus on trying to solve the problems that are posing barriers for people with disabilities, not just blindness, across the whole spectrum. Just like was highlighted in that previous ad. That was a really exciting ad.
And can you talk about your time here at Notre Dame? What were you involved in as a student, and how did the university help make you feel at home? As a student here myself, I always felt at home at Notre Dame when I attended here, so I know that feeling very well.
I have to say that, one of the things that like a lot of people, I have really fond memories of all my time at Notre Dame. It's worth noting, though, that when I entered the university, I was legally blind, but I still had a lot of vision. But by the time I graduated, I was using a white cane in order to get around. I had learned Braille. So my life really went through a big transition while I was there at the university. And the one thing that was most wonderful in my mind about all of that is just the respect of all the other students and, my roommates and classmates who were all there for me and part of my life and never treated me any differently because of the fact that I was blind. And so I couldn't have more fond memories of that time of my life, partly because it was really difficult, but at the same time, it was some of those fun and exciting, and of course, most educational times that I've ever experienced.
And Matt, you're also an accomplished athlete. You had success in the Paralympics. How important do you think the Paralympic movement is to you, and what it meant to you to be involved in that?
Well, I always viewed what I did in the Paralympics as sort of like a medium for the message of helping the world understand that, just because somebody has a disability, you shouldn't be expecting less of them. People with disabilities are, they're just other people who, happen to have something different about them. There's no reason to think that they can achieve less or do less in life. And I think the Paralympics is an amazing platform for communicating that message.
It's a powerful message indeed. You sound like you're quite busy. So what is on the horizon for you? Are you working on new research? Are you training for the Paralympics? Are you doing it all?
Well, I'm no longer a competitive athlete, although I still very much enjoy getting on a bike and race, or not racing, but riding and all that. But my focus right now is really on changing the world with technology. Over the last few years at Facebook, I've had amazing opportunities to work with teams here that are just at the top of the game in all of the fields that are really important to accessibility going forward. For example, like artificial intelligence is something that we've already applied to great benefit to people with disabilities. We're using it to automatically describe images to people who are blind. There's over 2 billion photos shared across Facebook every single day, so that's a lot. So there's no way you could get an army of humans to possibly describe all of those. If you're going to tackle those kind of problems at scale, we need advanced technologies. And so there's a lot of things on the horizon related to making accessibility more available to more people, simpler for all engineers who need to produce accessible solutions. We have more technology than we've ever had, There's more accessible technology than we ever have, but the pace of technological change is also faster than it's ever been. So it tends to get ahead of where we are. So, there's there's more inaccessibility than we've ever had as well. So it's a big challenge.
Well, Matt, we look forward to those advancements. Thank you for all that you do for the Notre Dame community, and thanks for joining us.
You're very welcome. It was my pleasure.
All right, take care.